Hello everyone, my name is Amir and Sony just released the Sony ZV-1 Mark II, and it's a great camera compared to its original one, but there are a couple of compromises here. And if you don't want to watch this video till the end, I just want to say do not buy this camera. Yes, I repeat, do not buy the Sony ZV-1 Mark II. And I'm not bashing Sony, I'm not against Sony. Of course I love Sony because I'm using this one, the Sony ZVE10. I'm recording here with the Sony ZV-1 Mark IV. Even I'm using the Sony headphones. So I love Sony, but this one is a sort of gimmick to me, and I'll explain why. The first thing is that the original Sony ZV-1 had the 18 to 70 millimeter lens, which is from wide to, it's not that wide for vlogging because they claim it for vlogging, so it's not that, it's super sharp on the face, but it's still a 20 to 70 millimeter, which is too far. It's like a telephoto lens. But then the newer one is the 18 to 50, so they claim it to be much more wider, and that's required for vlogging. But the downside of this new Sony ZV-1 Mark II is a weird naming. That is, the lens is not stabilized. So when you turn on the stabilization, it's equivalent to 22 millimeter, which is only less than the original Sony ZV-1, which was 24. So it's still super tight on your face, and that's not what vloggers are looking for. Okay, that's the first thing. Another thing is that they claim it, oh, it has a 3-directional AI mic or something. Nobody cares, because whenever you vlog, especially when there's a lot of ambient sound, you go out in traffic or on the road or somewhere on the go, even if you use the built-in mic, it doesn't matter how good it is. At the end of the day, if you want to step up, you have to use an external mic like a shotgun mic or ECM from Sony, whatever. So that's why do not go on that. Also, the lens, they claim it to be 1.4 at the 18 millimeters, but when you go more far away, let's say you zoom to 24 or something, or 35, so it reaches the f4 at 35 millimeters, which is, come on, f4, seriously? So you have to be very careful during the low light situations. Also, it's more expensive than the older one. So in China it cost here like for 5,400 yuan or something, except that like excluding the vlogging rig or that vlogging tripod kind of thing. That's why I'll always use, like, I would suggest to use Mantis Pod or something from PGY Tech. That's what I always appreciate. But if you want to get the card and the vlogging tripod or something, it's gonna really cost you a lot. So that's why it's not cheap. And if you are looking for a camera just like Sony ZV-1, I would still suggest to use the older version, which is much better. And also, if you are looking for something a little more better, I would suggest to buy the Sony ZVE10, because the good thing about this is that I'm not sure if this Sony ZVE11 is coming. And because the only thing I don't like about this camera is the yellowing effect, that really extreme rolling shutter effect, and that's the case in this one. I thought, okay, they compromises on a lot of features, but maybe they fixed the rolling shutter, because I really do not enjoy, I hate the rolling shutter on the Sony cameras, because the sensor readable capability is not that great. So I was like, okay, maybe they fixed the rolling shutter, but they did not fix the rolling shutter, and that's really a sad thing. So you can buy like Sony ZVE10 because it has detachable lenses. It's much better, it's more professional, and also it's a beginner's vlogging camera, plus the battery is much better. So on the Sony ZV-1 Mark II, the newer camera that just yesterday Sony released, it has a recording time, a recording limit of 80 minutes for me on the 4K 24 fps, and compared to the previous one, it has a little better heat management capabilities. So if you are looking for a camera, now here are my final thoughts. If you are looking for a camera, a beginner's vlogging camera, you're ready to spend that money into the Sony ZV-1 Mark II, I would suggest to just instead use your 2-3 years old iPhone. That's much better. But if you still want to get a camera because you want to go through manual settings and you want to have the feel of having a dedicated camera for vlogging, I appreciate that. I would suggest to go to the Sony ZV-1, the older version, or you can just get the camera like Sony ZVE10. But you see updates if Sony ZV-11 is coming, then don't buy that and wait a while. But this one is the better solution, so just get this camera instead. Alright, thank you so much for watching. If you guys have any questions or suggestions, please let me know in the comment section below, and I'll see you in the next one. Peace.